So welcome back to the section 2 of chapter 9, Negotiation Preparation. So in this video, we will learn about the endowment effect and situation assessment in negotiation. Are you ready? Let's go. So have you ever noticed that when you own something, you tend to value it more than when you didn't know it? Why do you think that is? This common bias leads us to a concept known as the endowment effect. So this is the psychological phenomenon where people tend to value something they own more than something they don't, simply because they own it. For example, if you have a laptop, you might feel that it's worth more than a similar second-hand laptop in a second-hand store. Why? Even though there is no difference in quality or design. So understanding the endowment effect is crucial in negotiation because it can influence how we perceive offer and counter-offer, especially when we're dealing with the item or deal we are personally invested in. So finally, let's discuss the sure thing principle. So this principle is based on a paradox in decision making. It occurs when people delay or avoid making decisions even when the outcome is certain. You are negotiating a job offer, for example. You value remote work and high salary. You believe you would choose the offer over another even if, scenario number 1, the employer agrees to remote work. And scenario number 2, the employer does not agree to remote work but offer you a higher salary. So we call this one the sure thing because you will choose them immediately. Alright, so you've done a great job with your self-assessment. Bravo! But what about the situation around you? Imagine you're about to dive into a negotiation and the room's temperature is rising. Not literally, I hope. But seriously, have you taken the time to assess what's really going on around you? Let's dig into how understanding the broader context or situation assessment can make or break your next big negotiation here. Alright folks, you are all set to negotiate. But before you dive in, let's play a quick game or assess the situation. Now first up, ask yourself, is it legal to negotiate? Because, nothing ruined a good negotiation like finding out it's actually illegal. Oops. And number 2, let's talk about time. Are there time constraints or time-related costs? If the clock ticking and you're running out of time, you might want to speed things up or at least not take an extended lunch break in the middle of talk. Number 3, then there's a question of paperwork. Are contracts officially or unofficially? So here, you don't want to end up with a handshake agreement when what you really need is a contract sign. And speaking of where things happen, where will be negotiation take place? Location matters. Even you're meeting in a fancy boardroom or huddle in a coffee shop. It sets the tone of your discussion. And finally, the million-dollar question. Are the negotiations public or private? Because while some deals are meant to be whispered, the other might just need a megaphone. So that we discussed the concept of encouraging self-evaluation as a crucial part of the appraisal process. It's time to put into practice. For your assignment, please do 2 to 3 situation assessment questions and write down your answer from your understanding and your knowledge. So you can use the textbook if needed. So once you complete the exercise, please write down your answers on the M-Learning. So we look at the situation, time, place, legality, that's all good stuff. But here's a question for you. What about the other side of the table? Have you ever wondered how well do you or do I really know the people I'm negotiating with? Because let's be honest. Understanding the other party motivation, strength, weaknesses can sometimes be important. Alright, so let's dive into the mysterious words of other assessment, where you get to play detective and really dig into who's sitting on the other side of the table. You should find out who are the other parties. And number 2, are the party powerful? Or identify counterparties' interests and position. Number 4, research the counterparty better. It's really important. Okay, so now let's take a moment to review what we covered today. So number 1, make sure that you know what are 3 problems may arise in the negotiation. And number 2, what is better and its reservation point. Number 3, what is sunk cost and the endowment effect. And the last one, what are the other assessments? So in conclusion, Chapter 9 has highlighted the critical importance of thoroughly assessing the other party involved in a negotiation. Now, as we transition to chapter number 10, we will dive into the concept of distributing negotiation. So this chapter will focus on strategy for dividing limited resources and ensuring that you secure the best possible outcome. So let's find out in the next chapter. And thank you for your active participation today.